Hi, my name is Belgica Paola. Welcome back to my channel. Today I decided I wanted to do a story time about how/why I got into acting. As a kid, I always remember playing doctor and teacher and that kind of thing, just because as a daughter of immigrants and an immigrant myself, that's kind of what is expected of you. It's expected that you become a doctor or a lawyer or something like that. So I used to always play that kind of stuff ever since I was a little girl, and I would say I wanted to be a doctor when I grew up. And as the years went on, I realized that that was just a pressure the society and my family was kind of pushing onto me. And I was like, I don't really want to do this. And throughout the years, I wanted to do different things as a career when I grew up. And in my junior year of high school, one of my brave English teachers, Miss Kelly, brought a drama class to Lyndhurst High School. And it was the first time in years, maybe even a decade, that there had been any type of acting drama class at our school. So it was a big deal. And she was an English teacher who wanted to do a theater class. So she was able to do it, and it was amazing. That's the first experience that I ever got any kind of acting in, although Mr. Willman, Mrs. Lamas, and Miss Kelly all did introduce me to different plays and different authors, and I'm super grateful to them for it. Mr. Smith took me to my first play. We went to a black box theater, and all the actors were just in this small black box theater changing on stage, changing characters on stage, changing costumes, and I just thought, wow, that would be a really cool thing to do, as a career for the rest of your life. So my high school experience was 100% the thing that introduced me to it and was the reason why I decided I wanted to be an actress. And my junior year of high school, when I was kind of touring colleges and deciding where I was going to go, what I was going to do, is when I discovered all of this, when I went to my first plays, when I did my first acting exercises. Like, I remember, no matter how bad my day was, because when you're in high school, you feel like it's the end of the world, like everything sucks, you're in love with this boy that doesn't like you, and you're never gonna, whatever. And I remember just like anytime I had a bad day, I would always look forward, or just any day, I would look forward to my drama class, because I knew that that class was going to be so much fun and that I was just going to enjoy it, and it was going to be like pure bliss, because I remember making people laugh and it being so effortless in like the improv games we would play. So I just really loved it and melted into it, and I decided that that's what I wanted to do as a career. So when it came time my senior year to like really be like, okay, where are we going? What are we doing? I didn't tour a lot of school. So that year, my senior year, two of my friends were going to Cal State East Bay. And that's one of the schools we toured, and I heard that they had won this national college festival competition thing, and that was we went to that school and toured the school in 2009, and they had won this prize contest in 2008. So I was like, okay, cool, their theater and dance department got that prize, so they must be all right. I ended up going to Cal State East Bay because also two of my really good friends from high school were going to CSU East Bay for business school, for their business program, and I decided, well, I guess that's a good opportunity, and it's far enough from where I grew up and close enough to like a big city, San Francisco, that I thought it would be a good step to kind of get out of my house and start developing as an adult. And yes, I was 18 when I moved out of my mom's house, and yeah, that's the beginning of my acting, and really what brought me to it. And I felt like I've always wanted to help people through some kind of career, and at the beginning of my life, I thought that was through being a doctor. But then when I discovered acting and I discovered how it made me feel, I thought it would be a great thing to share, and I thought if I could make people laugh and if I could teach people through acting about cultures or just about life and just make them laugh, if I could bring them anything positive to their life, I felt like I was helping in a way. Like, even if somebody's really sick, if I was able to take that sickness off of their mind for a second, I thought that was really cool and something that I could do forever. And so that's why I decided I would study acting and be an actress. I knew that I was expected to go to college, so I decided, okay, well, if I have to go to college, I'm going to study acting because that's what I want to do. So I ended up getting a BA at Cal State East Bay, and I got an option in acting and dance, and so that's where all my training came from. And my original plan was to go to Cal State East Bay for a year and then transfer to a school in LA and then continue studying acting over there, but I don't know what happened. It all went by so fast. I ended up staying all 4 years at Cal State East Bay, and I ended up loving it because the theater and dance program are really like interweaved, so you can really do both things, and it's not a big school, so I got lots of experience. I remember when I was like toying with the idea of, oh, what if I become an actress, because I've always liked entertaining people and just like I've always liked people and being social, and I had never ever thought about being an actress. And then when I took the drama class, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so weird, like I want to be an actress. Because like growing up I was really skinny and tall, so some people would tell me like, oh, you should try modeling, but that did not fly with my parents. And so then the idea of like becoming an actress, some other kind of like figure or some other kind of person that has like a lot of tension, you know, drawn to them because of what they're doing. Anyways, I was like, wow, I can't believe like I'm actually considering this. And at the time in high school, I was a huge Jonas Brothers fan. And I remember having a gigantic crush on Joe Jonas. And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, this is perfect. Like, if I become an actress and a successful one, me and Joe Jonas can like meet backstage of Ellen or something, fall in love, live happily ever after, and have like 12 kids. And that was like a very serious thought that I had as a 17-year-old girl in high school. Of course, I no longer am a fan of the Jonas Brothers, or, you know, like they're singing. I mean, Joe Jonas, hey, you're cool, but his voice wasn't amazing for being like the lead singer. And I remember actually when I met my boyfriend, I remember looking at my boyfriend's eyebrows and being like, oh, they remind me of Joe Jonas, this might work. So I was a huge Joe Jonas fan, and that's one of the reasons, one of the things that was going in my teenage brain at the time when I was deciding what I wanted to do with my life. That's pretty much it. It's just like, my story is that I fell into acting rather accidentally, I guess. Like, one drama class was like, boom, this is it. So I really, really appreciate Mrs. Kelly. Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful of her, because if I never took that drama class in high school, like, who knows if I would have had the guts to take any kind of acting class in college, and decided in college that I wanted to do acting. Now that I've experienced the real world and see how hard it actually is, it's not all just magical and fun, I'm still really dedicated and persistent to the idea of being an actress. So I'm excited, but it's definitely really hard. And now I've been acting for almost 10 years, so I have a bunch of stories about auditioning and weird emails and weird casting things and just a lot of different experiences. So if you guys will want to hear more stories like that, let me know in the comments, and I'd love to do more story times, get into more detail and that kind of thing. But of course, for more recent acting related experiences, you guys can see my vlogs where I talk a lot about the auditioning process, how many auditions I go to, how many I actually get, you know, my agent, stuff like that. So if you guys want to hear some stories, let me know in the comments, and just any questions, any kind of curiosity you guys have, any kind of like, oh, I wonder how she does this or that, or how does, you know, how does she deal with anything. Like, you guys can let me know what you're curious about, and I'd love to make some story time videos so you guys can get to know me a little bit better. And remember to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell, because I do post videos every Thursday and Monday, and you guys might not see it because YouTube likes to hide videos unless you have the notification turned on.